They say houses settle. That's what I told myself the first time I heard the knocking from inside the walls. But houses don't settle at 3:12 in the morning. And they don't knock back when you tap the wall and whisper, "Hello?" I moved in 3 weeks ago. Small one-story rental house in the suburbs. Quiet neighborhood. 2 bedrooms, old hardwood floors, dry grass in the front yard. It wasn't perfect, but I needed a fresh start. Too much noise in the city. Too many people. Too many memories. This house felt different. Still, like it had been waiting for someone. Now I wish I never opened the front door. The knocking started on my 4th night. 3 short raps, right behind the wall of my bedroom. Not from outside the house, but inside. I froze in bed, my ears strained in the silence. Nothing. I got up, pushed my ear against the drywall. Nothing. I went back to bed. The moment I pulled the blanket over me. Knock, knock, knock. The next morning, I checked everything. The walls, the crawl space, the attic. No animals, no pipes, no weird wiring. Just emptiness. I wrote it off as paranoia. Maybe I was still adjusting. New place, old bones. But that night, it got worse. The knocking came back, this time from the other side of the room. Then the hallway. Then the kitchen. It moved. Every time I turned my head, it would stop, then start again closer. It didn't echo. It didn't fade. It was precise, like knuckles on wood, right against your ear. I turned on every light in the house. Silence. I didn't sleep. By the 6th night, I was spiraling. I started recording the sounds. Left my phone running with the voice memo app tucked under my bed. In the morning, I played it back. For the first hour, nothing. Then faint scratching. Then tapping. At 3:12 a.m. Exactly. I heard it. Knock, knock, knock. Then silence. Then a whisper. Barely audible. I know you hear me. I stopped the recording. I replayed it 5 times. Same voice, same sentence. Flat, cold, male. I don't know how long I sat there, staring at my phone. I didn't go to work that day. I called my landlord. Told him something was wrong with the walls. Maybe vermin. Maybe a break-in. Something. He sighed like he'd been waiting for this call. "I'll send someone," he said. Then added, "Don't try to open anything yourself. Just stay out of the crawl space." I hadn't even mentioned the crawl space. That night, I sat in the living room with all the lights on. No TV, no distractions. At 3:12 a.m., the lights flickered, and I heard it, not knocking, dragging, like fingertips across the inside of the walls, moving slowly toward me. I stood up, heart racing. It stopped. Then, right behind me, at the wall by the back door, knock, knock, knock. I turned slowly. There was a faint dent in the drywall, like something pushing from the other side. I didn't move, didn't blink. Then it whispered again, "You're warmer now." The repair guy showed up the next morning. Grizzled man in his 60s. Didn't talk much. I told him what was happening. He looked tired, not surprised. Didn't ask questions, just grabbed his tools and said, "Show me." I led him to the crawl space hatch in the hallway. He crouched, ran his fingers along the edge, then stopped. "Did you open this?" he asked. I shook my head. He frowned. The screws had been taken out. From the inside, he opened it slowly. Stale air rushed out, thick, like the breath of something long asleep. The man pulled out a flashlight, shined it into the dark. Then he leaned in. I watched his body go still, frozen, arms still extended. Then he recoiled, stumbled back, hit the wall, dropped the flashlight. I caught it before it rolled in. "What did you see?" I asked. He didn't answer, just stood there, breathing hard. Finally, he whispered, "It knows you're here." Then he left. Didn't even take his tools. That night, I locked my bedroom door, pushed my dresser in front of it, left the light on. I lay awake, staring at the ceiling. At 3:12 a.m., the bulb overhead started to hum. Then the walls knocked. Not one place, everywhere, all around me, Left, right, behind my headboard, under the floor. Knock, knock, knock. Faster now. Urgent. Rhythmic. I covered my ears, but I still heard it, inside my skull. Then, silence, until I heard the bedroom doorknob turn. Once, twice, then the voice, "You don't have to be afraid." It was behind the door. Not a whisper now, just calm, gentle. I'm already inside. I blacked out, woke up on the floor, hours later. The door was still shut, still locked, but the dresser was pushed back. From the inside, I tried to leave the house. Front door? Yammet. Back door? Chain snapped. Still wouldn't budge. Windows? Nailed shut. I packed a bag, called a cab, booked a cheap motel. I left. I ran. But the first night in the motel, I heard it again. 3:12 a.m. From the vent in the ceiling. Knock, knock, knock. I went back to the house this morning. I had to. Something was pulling me back. The front door was open. Just a crack. Inside dark. Quiet. But the walls felt wrong. Like skin stretched too tight. I walked slowly toward the bedroom. Something was waiting there. I could feel it. On the bed sat a shoebox. Notmina. I opened it. Inside, cassette tapes. Dozens. Labeled by date. The earliest was from 1996. The latest? Tomorrow's date. I don't own a tape player, but one tape was already wound out a little, like someone had just played it. In pencil, across the side. Final recording. I held it in my hands. That's when I noticed the wall behind the bed. The paint was bubbling, and from inside I swear I heard breathing. It's 3:09 a.m. right now. I'm sitting in the hallway with my phone. The walls are quiet, but the air is heavy, like something is holding its breath. I can hear soft footsteps in the crawl space. They've been getting louder, closer. 3:12 a.m. There it is. Knock, knock, knock. Not from the wall, not from the floor, from inside the room, behind me. I don't want to turn around, but I can feel it. Standing there, breathing, smiling, waiting for me to hear what it says next.